It's almost December, and Apple may not have such a silent night. What's under the tech tree this year? If you're into Apple stuff, you probably realize that December, usually Apple keeps things pretty light by way of announcements, but this year might actually be a little bit different. Recently at Apple events, we've seen the 16 Pro get rolled out, Apple Intelligence made an appearance, Apple Watch Series 10, the Ultra with black, AirPods 4, but 9 to 5 Max here with some ideas about what we actually might expect. First, iOS 18.2 packed with some actually interesting new features. So around December 9th, not that far away, you can look forward to, or not, Genmoji, ChatGPT and Siri, Image Playground, Visual Intelligence, Compose with ChatGPT, and custom rewrites. This, of course, is for everybody who's already not running the beta, either developer or public. You know, these things roll out to different betas and public releases at all different times. Yeah, I know you've been hearing a lot about it lately. You've heard about this stuff from me. You've heard about it from some of the other people that you follow. So this is when you can get your hands on it if you don't want it in beta form. What about if you don't have a device that supports Apple Intelligence? That still means you're going to get some upgrades. Apple Mail, that's got a redesign. There's new camera control features. Find My is getting updated. The default categories, I talked about this in a recent video. You can change your default apps. visionOS 2.2 coming at the same time with the virtual Mac display with this big wraparound virtual Mac monitor. I'm getting more and more interested in Vision. I need to try it out. I keep asking Apple for reviewing it, and I just haven't had one swing my way yet. I made a video recently, if you haven't checked it out, on Apple's Image Playground and whether or not that was a flop, but it's coming. How about some CarPlay news though? It's been a long time, I feel like, since we heard something interesting about CarPlay. Even though Porsche's having some issues with CarPlay, I almost made a video about it. If that's something you're interested in, let me know. But next-gen CarPlay actually debuting could be pretty cool. Apple talked about this a long time ago, but we still haven't seen it listed on Apple's official CarPlay website, but there's hints that it's gonna come out here soon. So this could be something we actually end up seeing in December. And when I say this could be something we end up seeing in December, what I really mean is, it's not like this is gonna come to your car, because this is a total refresh and rethink of what CarPlay looks like for a car. It's just like a redefinition. So if you have a little screen that you can display CarPlay stuff on, this isn't gonna be like awesome for you. You gotta buy a whole new car, right, that implements this next gen CarPlay to really get the experience, to take advantage of it. If you're into Apple Arcade, some new Apple Arcade releases could be on the way. Apparently Final Fantasy is getting a remake. There's a new Pac-Man. I don't know who is really into that. But the bad news though is that we're probably not gonna get any hardware. Apple did, of course, just debut some M4 Max, and that was just this month in November. First things first, are you subscribed to the newsletter? Thousands of people are getting great app and accessory recommendations, making their Apple ecosystem that much cooler. Also, I've got a course coming out on AI and how you can capitalize on all the opportunities. It's in pre-sale right now, so you can save a ton of money. Comes out in like a month. Or you can take my productivity course right now, or check out my course on Apple's Freeform app right now, among several other cool courses. They're all linked up down below for you. So actually, Apple's been keeping the updates, even on the hardware side, coming out at a pretty fast clip. It's just that these days, it's easy for things to feel very incremental because they typically are. So many of Apple's products are sort of like in their final boss mode form, I feel like, for what they are, and what's left to do but to shave off a little bit of weight, or, you know, like enhance the camera a little bit. It's been a while since Apple had something that was truly, truly groundbreaking. Now, we don't know if Apple might have an actual December surprise. It has happened before. It's for hardware I'm talking about. It's not completely unheard of. The last time Apple actually debuted some interesting hardware as sort of a surprise thing in December was back in 2020, I think. You can check me, but that was the AirPods Max. So that's what I'm saying. There is some precedent for this, but I also just made a video, which you can check out on this very channel. Get subscribed, by the way, if you're not already, so you can not have to go find the updates. They'll just come to you. But we're not expecting actually any new updates to the AirPods Max anytime in the near future, which is really disappointing because the chip is now lagging behind the AirPods Pros, and this is something that people want. I see the comments. People are asking, waiting for Apple to actually up these. Not gonna happen though, it sounds like. Another December hardware event that we had was actually the original HomePod. I don't know if you remember that. That was all the way back in December 2017. So you can see how rare these December drops actually are. And then actually got to go all the way back to December 2013 for another hardware drop. That was the Mac Pro, the trash can design. That brings back memories, doesn't it? Maybe not good memories for a lot of people that bought it. This was a different era. definitely in the Mac lineup. But there you go. Those are some of the hardware things. So is it possible that Apple comes out with something? Not likely on the hardware front, but definitely possible, not without precedent. This is like getting into the weeds here, but that's what we do if we're living in the Apple ecosystem and we're interested in stuff. It's December, it's the holidays, people are thinking about buying stuff, gifts and whatever. So just to kind of set your expectations. Now, I do have a gift guide dropping over on the main channel, Daily Tech 1, which you're gonna wanna go over there and check out. It's not quite live yet, might be by the time you see this, but make sure to go check it out. And that'll give you tons of gift ideas for stuff that you might be interested in as an Apple fan, just as a tech fan. I spent a lot of time going through. It's my actual wish list of stuff that I would like to get, and it's not just like Apple stuff. A lot of channels are like covering Apple's Black Friday sale and calling it a gift guide. And let me know what you wish Apple might drop in December.